why did Sam Lovegrove suddenly vanish from Shed and Buried? Sam Lovegrove wasn't born into fame. He wasn't the child of television personalities or raised in the shadows of celebrities. He came from the quiet, rugged beauty of the West Country, a place better known for its rolling hills and farmsteads than anything to do with television or motor racing. But even in that sleepy corner of England, there was one thing that always stood out: Sam's obsession with how things worked. As a child, he was the kind of kid who didn't just play with toys. He took them apart, not out of frustration or boredom, but because he had to know what made them tick. Clocks, bicycles, radios, anything mechanical was fair game. By the time he was 10, he wasn't just taking things apart, he was fixing them. And not with kits or instructions either. He was learning through instinct, curiosity, and trial and error. His parents saw the spark early on, and thankfully they supported it. Instead of punishing him for dismantling the family lawnmower, they let him keep going, and as long as he put it back together. That trust turned out to be the foundation for a career that would one day take him from greasy garages to national television. After high school, Sam didn't take the traditional route of someone seeking fame. He didn't head straight for the media spotlight, he pursued knowledge. He enrolled at Oxford Brookes University, where he studied mechanical engineering, one of the most challenging and technical disciplines available. While his peers might have been drawn to finance or business, Sam wanted gears, torque, and metal under stress. He wanted to understand machines at a molecular level. At Oxford Brookes, Sam wasn't just another student. He stood out, not because he was the loudest, but because he was focused. Professors noted his hands-on aptitude and his ability to apply theoretical knowledge practically, even in high-pressure environments. While other students leaned heavily on textbooks, Sam was already building prototypes, sketching custom gearbox solutions, and diving deep into design principles that most engineers wouldn't touch for years. By the time he graduated, Sam was more than a promising engineer. He was someone with the potential to rewrite the way machines were built and understood. But instead of chasing a corporate role or a high-paying desk job, Sam had something else in mind: building a life around his love of machines, no matter where that path took him. Before he was ever in front of a camera, Sam Lovegrove was already a legend in select circles, especially those who knew the motorsport and custom vehicle industries from the inside. His early career took him behind the scenes of some of the most elite projects in European engineering. But unlike the celebrities and CEOs who often take the credit, Sam was the guy you never saw, the one buried under the hood, solving the problems no one else could. He started his career at Gemini Accident Repair Cantress, but calling it just a repair shop would be an understatement. Here, Sam wasn't fixing bumpers, he was pioneering high-performance mechanical systems, working specifically on suspension and gearbox design. These are not the sexy, flashy parts of a car. They're the difficult ones. The ones that determine how a vehicle handles stress, how it corners at 200 mph, how it transfers power from engine to wheel in a fraction of a second. By the time Sam Lovegrove met Henry Cole, he was already a veteran behind the scenes. But what neither of them knew was that their partnership would turn into one of the most beloved duos in British automotive television. Their chemistry was instant. Henry, the lively, charismatic frontman with a deep love of classic bikes, and Sam, the soft-spoken, dry-witted engineer who balanced the excitement with technical credibility. Their first real success came with the Motorbike Show, where Sam brought a layer of mechanical authenticity that instantly resonated with viewers. Wasn't there for showmanship, he was there to build, to fix, and to explain the why behind the work, and viewers loved it. He had a way of making complex mechanical ideas feel approachable, even to those who had never held a wrench in their lives. That success led to the birth of Shed and Buried, a show that felt like pure alchemy. This was simple: find old, forgotten vehicles in sheds across the UK, restore them, and bring them back to life. But the magic was in the execution. Sam and Henry weren't just co-hosts, they were friends. You could feel it in the banter, the mutual respect, the way they could disagree without ego. It was unscripted, unpolished, and undeniably real. What made Sam stand out on screen wasn't just his knowledge, it was his restraint. While Henry might get excited over a rare find, Sam would calmly point out its flaws, potential, or mechanical worth. He wasn't just playing a role. He was grounding the show in reality, and viewers trusted him for it. As their popularity grew, they expanded into other series like Find It, Fix It, Drive It, and Junk and Disorderly, each one offering a slightly different twist on their now signature style. But through every spin-off and special, one thing remained constant. Sam was the voice of reason, the mechanical heart of the operation. And yet, despite his growing fame, Sam never acted like a celebrity. He didn't chase interviews or red carpets. He didn't even have a strong social media presence. His focus remained on the machines, and on the viewers who shared his love for engineering done right. For many fans, Sam wasn't just a TV personality. He was someone they felt they knew, someone they trusted. He was the kind of guy you'd want to restore a bike with over a pint, someone whose hands were stained with oil, not vanity. This focus on both functionality and historical integrity made him the ideal expert for classic car enthusiasts and vintage collectors. His reputation grew, not through marketing or PR, but through word of mouth, the most honest kind of fame there is in the world of machines. The latter half of season 4, viewers noticed Sam's absence from Shed and Buried. Rumors swirled, but clarity came when Henry Cole addressed the situation. Sam had been unwell due to a bug and was also engrossed in restoring 2 motorcycles with looming deadlines. His commitment to quality work necessitated a temporary departure from the show. Relocating to a serene farmhouse in Cornwall, Sam embraced a quieter life. He focused on personal restoration projects, honing his craft away from the cameras. A devoted family man, Sam cherished time with his wife and 4 children, maintaining a private lifestyle that kept him grounded. Sam Lovegrove's influence extends beyond television. His meticulous restorations and engineering excellence have inspired countless enthusiasts. Though his on-screen appearances have dwindled, his legacy as a master mechanic and beloved personality endures. After years of working under studio lights and noisy garages, Sam Lovegrove made a quiet but deliberate retreat to the countryside. He settled down in a rustic farmhouse tucked deep within the rolling hills of Cornwall, a place where the sound of vintage engines was replaced by the peaceful hum of nature. But make no mistake, this wasn't retirement, it was reinvention. He went from the pressures of filming schedules and production deadlines. Sam refocused his energy on what he truly loved, restoring classic machines with precision and passion. His private workshop became a haven for rare vintage bikes, forgotten parts, and complicated mechanical puzzles only someone with his level of skill could solve. These weren't just hobbies, they were full-blown projects, each requiring hours of hands-on craftsmanship and undivided attention. Despite stepping away from the screen, Sam Lovegrove's influence didn't fade. If anything, his absence only deepened the respect fans had for him. In an age where fame often overshadows skill, Sam stood out as the real deal, a man whose knowledge was hard-earned and whose craftsmanship spoke louder than any script. His legacy lives on in the wood shows he helped build. Go back and watch any episode of Shed and Buried or Junk and Disorderly, and you'll notice it instantly. The way Sam explains a mechanical fault in a way anyone can understand, or the quiet confidence he brings when evaluating a rust-covered relic. It wasn't just about fixing things, it was about storytelling through engineering. Collectors and restorers across the UK still talk about the Lovegrove method, a mix of no-nonsense problem-solving, historical knowledge, and stubborn attention to detail. His presence inspired a new generation of tinkerers, many of whom credit his work for getting them into vintage restoration in the first place. And while he might not be front and center on TV anymore, his work continues to circulate through collector, forums, enthusiast meetups, and restoration groups. The machines he's restored still run, some in shows, some in races, and others simply kept as cherished heirlooms. Sam Lovegrove didn't just fix machines, he preserved stories, kept history alive, and reminded us all that passion and precision can turn even the most forgotten object into a thing of beauty.